Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Hardcore series. Today in this episode, we're going to be sorting out the double Skele-Spawner that we found in the last episode and turning that into an XP farm. But in order to make this farm work, we need a very particular item, which is soul sand for the bubble elevator, which means we're going to the Nether. Now, of course, going into the Nether with iron and gold armor is not really ideal. So in between episodes, I went down to the mines and got a load more diamonds. So the first thing that we're going to do before we go to the Nether, we're going to get full diamond armor. And that is the advancement that I've been waiting for. Time to get suited up. I actually miss looking at my own Minecraft skin, so I might look into one of those mods that kind of makes the armor slightly invisible, like they've been doing on the Limited Life series, just so you can see the Minecraft skin a little bit more, because a lot of effort went into making that. Obviously, I didn't make it. But there we are, full diamond armor. Now, one of the other things that I did in between episodes was get a bow, and I've put Infinity and Unbreaking 3 on this. I haven't had the opportunity to get anything like Power 5, unfortunately, but that'll come in time. The idea being that once I've got this Skele-Spawner up and running, I can get the XP to then use the enchanter that's behind me and get everything enchanted, essentially. So I've got plenty of cobblestone here for building in the Nether. You can also use them as breadcrumbs in order to get back to your portal so you don't get lost. Now, I will be putting a shield on because the Nether is a scary place, and unfortunately I need all the protection I can get because with this being hardcore, I really don't want to die today. So we'll see how it goes. But for the first time in this hardcore series, let's get a portal lit. Oh, nerve-wracking. Now, one of the things I have seen people do before is throw an item through to try and load up the world on the other side first so nothing happens. I don't know whether or not that actually does anything, if it's a bit of a myth maybe, but either way, I'm going to send a couple of items through. Oh, hang on. No, it doesn't like it. Okay, maybe that doesn't work. But yeah, for the first time, let's head through to the Nether. Exciting times. Okay, you know what? Yes, we're in a basalt delta, but that's actually not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. I mean, before now, I've been right above a lava lake, or there's been in the open so that the gas can shoot at you. But this isn't too bad. We're kind of enclosed, so we've got a bit of security. The only problem is now we've got to try and find a way to get through all of this lot. Oh, you are killed. Look at that. A fortress straight away. This is getting ridiculous. I will take these magma creams for potion making. Definitely got to patch up some of this lava, otherwise I am going straight in it. Hello, Striders. I always feel sorry for Striders because unless they're actually in lava, they look like they're freezing. Sad boy. Anyway, what is the best way to get up there? Are we thinking stairwell? I've got plenty of blocks for it, so might as well. I really need to keep an eye out for things that want to knock me off, like this little thing here. Now, I've seen people speed bridge in the Nether. I just don't understand that. My anxiety won't allow me to do that. My anxiety is high enough as it is right now. I may struggle to talk and do this at the same time, but my finger is firmly on the shift key. And we do, in fact, have a wither skelly there. So, very quickly, I need to create one of these. Oh, right. Let's get some of this filled in. Oh, he's over there. I thought he despawned then. Come on, Mr. Skelly. And I do have looting 3 on this sword, so I mean, if I got a wither skeleton skull first time, paint me the luckiest Minecrafter ever. Ah, no such luck. That's a shame, but to be expected. Oh, I hear a ghast blaze. And this is the reason why I brought a shield. Just periodically putting up these barriers just so that I'm definitely not going to get ambushed or anything like that. And I've got safe spaces and safe zones to kind of head to should I need them. And the problem now is got to try and find the entrance to the fortress. Okay, so we've got a spawner over there. What the odds is the actual entrance is going to be down there? Oh, great. Ah, we got you. Yes. First lot of blaze rods. They will come in very handy when I'm trying to make ender pearls. Oh dear. Hello, boys. Let's create a full safe space here. Again, no such luck with heads, but again, it's to be expected. I guess we found the entrance to it. Still trying my best to keep an eye on my surroundings, unfortunately. There seems to be a lot of these skelly spawning, which, you know, it's actually long-term is a good thing. Oh, diamond. I'll take it. There's a lot of nasties down there. So we can have some better luck down here. Oh, obsidian and gold. Sometimes you go through the loots in these places and they're just absolutely terrible. Other times they're absolutely amazing, so it's a bit of a crapshoot, really. Nether warts, definitely want to take those. You can definitely hear weather skeletons knocking around. Oh, there's one there. Can't quite get him from there. Yeah, sometimes lots and lots of corridors that you've been down before that you struggle to remember. We've got everything that we need down here. Let's head back up and go down the scary path. Just a bit more gold. I'm not sure we need saddles. Loot's starting to get really rubbish now. We started off really strong with the diamond and then it's just gone into absolutely nothing. One of the biggest things that we needed was, in fact, soul sand. Mission accomplished. Oh, I thought I was just going to be in time then. Oh, a few more diamonds, that's what we want. So this is an area I definitely haven't been to before. So let's get this all blocked up. So we know that that's the way to go out and get towards more of the spawners if we wanted more blaze rods. But for now, I'm still looting chests as best I can. More obsidian, I'll definitely take that. Well, this is a nice view of everything. Oh, I spot a head. Oh, yes. Brilliant. The problem is I've got to get back up after I've jumped down. Make sure nothing gets me. And there we have it. One with a skeleton skull. Now, I'm sure you all know by now, but just for anyone that doesn't, you need 3 of these plus 4 soul sand in order to summon the wither. And then from that, you get the wither star, which then you can start making beacons. So that's going to be definitely a job for a little bit further ahead in this series. Not so much just yet. So that being said, I think given how far we've come, what we've managed to get today, the blaze rods being the main priority, maybe we can go for getting a couple more. We've pretty much got everything that we need. We've got the soul sand, so we can start on the Skele-Spawner. Every time I see a wither skeleton, I just can't help myself. I feel like I need to go and kill it. Come on, you. Give me your head. Give me your head. We've got 11 blaze rods. I think that's going to be enough for the time being. I can always come back and get more this way. Well, I'd say that was a pretty successful nether trip. We managed to get everything that we needed, which is the soul sand and blaze rods. We did get really lucky with the fact that the fortress was so close to the portal. We did travel quite away from spawn, so I'm kind of not surprised in some respects, but still, that is pretty lucky. So the next thing for us to do is to head back down to the double Skele-Spawner and turn it into a farm. Now, as I said before, I've never come across a double Skele-Spawner before, so this is the first time doing that. I could look up a few tutorials on how to create the best farm for it, but I might want to just play this one by ear and just kind of see where my own design takes it. Then again, I can't really see it being too different than what other people have come up with single Skele-Spawners, but it's always fun to give it a go yourself. Something that I want to do relatively soon is get an ender chest. Now, I've got the blaze rods to make the Eye of Ender. I just need a few more obsidian. I do think there was some lava pools knocking around somewhere. There was one, I think, way over there, so want at least enough for 2. One to having me base. Oh, that was a close one. At least one to have in my base, and then also one to have on my person so that I can access it pretty much whenever I need to. That'll do for now. Let's go make some ender chests. Now, oddly enough, whilst I've just been doing the base and breeding the cows, doing the farms, the villager breeder, X amount of other things, there did seem to be quite a lot of endermen knocking around here and there. So whenever I've spotted one, I've tried to kill them. And because I've had a looting 3 sword for a little bit, I've actually managed to get 14 ender pearls, which, to be honest, isn't exactly enough if I was going to go and do the ender fight and I wanted to try and find a stronghold. I'd really be wanting upwards of about 20 just to make sure that if any broke and also if the portal itself wasn't quite full. It's obviously nice to have a few extras as well, just then you can turn them into ender chests because they are incredibly useful. So let's make 2 of these. 2 ender chests. Perfect. So like I say, I'm going to keep one in the base and then I'm going to keep one in my inventory as well so I can access it at any time that I need it to. So I made a small checklist as to the things that I need for this Skele-Spawner, but I'm really not too sure how much of it I actually got. I did put some stuff down here, so we'll double check that in a sec. So I've got quite a few things here that I know I'm going to need for the farm, but obviously I'm going to have missed something. I always do. I've kind of just generally mapped out the area and as to the size that this is going to be. I might expand it just a little bit more because I think most of the time you're supposed to have a 4 gap on this side, but we've got quite a lot of space on this side and same with this one because they're almost a mirror opposite of each other. Now originally I was thinking about having the water funneling them straight all the way down into this corner and then I can just kind of stand here. Maybe it would be a couple of blocks down because of the way the water would flow and then just sit there and hit them. But I'm wondering if a better way of doing it, a more efficient way, would be have them to come from that side and this side into here. Of course, we've got a double block center here, so I would maybe just choose this side and have them flow into here. Again, I'm going to have to play a little of this by ear. I really don't know how this is going to turn out. The one thing that I do know for the time being, I'm going to need to dig down a couple of blocks at least, maybe even 3 or 4 blocks to allow for the skeletons to drop down into the water streams and then funnel them out. So this is how it looks with a 2 gap below the spawners. I really don't think that's going to be enough. I think at minimum it needs to be 1 more. I may just bite the bullet and go 2. And this is what it looks like with a 4 block gap. This I think is going to be far better for them because then they'll be able to come through here and drop down. I think we may have to put blocks in the corner. Let's just see how far this flows for the time being. And then 1 there. Okay, and then we get rid of these. And it's definitely doing the job. It's all pushing you down this way. That's going to be an issue. It does eventually push you over, but it's not ideal, that I don't think. Is there something that we can do about that? So I'm going to say in this instance, we're going to try just digging out 2 blocks this side here. And then we want to knock out these ones again. And then that goes straight down into there. Yeah, so whilst that's not the prettiest of sides, it's certainly doing the job for now. I may come back and tidy this up if needs be, but we do have a center block now and that makes things a lot easier for me. So from here it's basically business as usual. Like I say, the water stream will push them down this way and then the bubble elevator sends them all the way up. They go across a little bit of a tunnel and then they come back down again and then they take lots of damage, but not enough to kill them. I kill them with the sword, but they're basically a 1 hit after that. So we're just going to jump into a quick time lapse so you guys can see what's going on. After that, I'll show you exactly how this thing works. Let's go. There we have it. You can see that they're coming through now, and all I need to do is just hit them. Unfortunately, I don't have sweeping edge on this sword, so they're probably not taking quite as much damage as they probably should do. If I wanted to, I could always drop this down another block just so that they'll take extra damage, but yeah, 1-shot hit on those ones. I'm really not too worried. If I go into free cam, you can kind of see what's going on here. So you can see that they spawn in there, they get pushed along, and they kind of push each other into the bubble stream. They come up like that, straight across there, and then fall down and take plenty of damage. Another great thing about having a skeleton spawner is that when they drop enchanted bows like this, you can sometimes kind of combine them together to get something super powerful. Now, obviously at the moment on my bow, I've got Infinity and Unbreaking 3, but if one came through that's got, say, Power 3, or maybe even Power 4, it's definitely worth putting them together and then creating something with a Power 5, and then potentially you could even get yourself a God bow But it's well known that Skele-Spawners are far superior to zombie spawners because you've got bones, which can then be turned into bone meal for farming and other bits of things like that, but then it can also be turned into white dye. Plenty of arrows and plenty of bows, and even sometimes some enchanted gear. So I'm just going to spend some time at this Skele-Spawner now, and hopefully get plenty of XP, and then we can get some more stuff enchanted.
3 hours later.
Okay, so I've been AFK here for a little while. I've been backwards and forwards with the main base and down here to try and get some stuff enchanted. As you can see, I've got my helmet and my boots enchanted. But what I've also done is managed to set up an enchanting table here with all the bookshelves and everything as well. So I get level 30 enchantments out of this. Now, one of the really cool things that I've done from combining some of these enchanted bows that you get from the spawner, I've got my Infinity and Unbreaking 3 bow there, but I managed to combine some stuff together to get Power 4 and Punch 2. But then I also just enchanted a new bow that's now got Power 4, Flame and Punch 2 on it. So if I combine those together, I will have a God bow. So the problem with that is that it was going to be very expensive to combine. It was going to cost me 32. So that's why I've now got 32 levels here. And then we put these together, 32. And look at that, Infinity, Unbreaking 3, Power 5, Punch 2 and Flame. Release the God bow. So as you can tell, I'm super happy with that. I've pretty much got everything enchanted now, so this means that next episode we are going to be going and fighting the dragon. That is going to be super exciting. There is, of course, one or two little things, final things that I need to get. That was bloody lucky. Feather falling. Oh dear. So yeah, there is of course one or two other things, little things that I need to get done just before we do the Ender Dragon fight. I managed to get some of my clerics up to master level, so now I have plenty of Ender Pearls to turn it into Eyes of Ender, which means then we can go and locate a stronghold. So as you can see, I've got pretty much all of my villagers in place now. I've just got 2 left to do, and these are going to be the stonemasons. As I said, we've got the clerics here that are now trading Ender Pearls. We've got cartographers. I haven't done anything with those guys just yet. Toolsmiths up to master level because I was trading iron with them. Weaponsmiths, the same there. Armorers, the same again here. And then for the rest of the librarians, as you can see, the last one that I did was Fortune 3 at 17 emeralds. Then I got Infinity for 9, Feather Falling 4 for 27, Sharpness 5 for 18, that is the deal of the century, and then Sweeping Edge 3 for 25. There was a couple of ones that I would have liked to have got here, like Efficiency 5 or Power 5 or something like that, but it's just down to luck of the draw with these guys, and there was too many deals for me to pass up. But that's just going to about do it for this episode. We did get quite a lot done. We managed to get the double skeleton spawner up and running. We went to the Nether and got full diamond armor, and even some of it enchanted. We are pretty much prepped and ready to go for the Ender Dragon fight, so that will be the next episode. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much for subscribing as well to all my new subscribers, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye for now.